Toriano Sanzoni, the Wolfkeeper, owner of Wolfkeeper University. We've been in business for 20 plus years.
Welcome to the Wolfkeeper, a show that's just about everything that you can maybe think about, everything that you can feel that's inside of your heart. What I need for you to do right now is spend the next hour relaxing. Just stop your day before you go into 12 o'clock. And I just want y'all to close your minds, open your hearts, and relax and go on this journey with me. It's a beautiful place that you're about to go, because I want to make you feel, I want to just open you up and think about some things you never really thought about. Right now, the Wolfkeeper. Come on. Good morning, y'all. Come on. It's the Wolfkeeper show. Get ready. Come on, let's go. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. It's the Wolfkeeper show. Your boy Toriano Sanzoni. Yeah. Chanelly Nell. My boy Tyrone Scott somewhere rocking the Doogie Dogs. Denzel's in his house. Shacky Shack. And for all the people out there that love us, we love you back. Thank you all. Get ready for an amazing show with the Wolfkeeper. Get ready. Here we go.
I got the trap pig in the house.
Yay.
What's up, brother? How you feel?
I'm good. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing super duper fantastic. Man, you look great, bro. You look shiny. You look like you're living life well.
Vibrant.
Man.
Come on, you're doing it, man. I feel like I need to step my game up. You look refreshed. Like you got some great sleep. You're like, oh yeah, I gotta do this podcast. I'll be right back. Let me holler at you in a second. Hey, are you man, I'm feeling like inferior with my headphones, man. You have like a whole like a Han Solo type of headset going on.
Man, I used to have the little Apple headphones, the little white joints. So now, people couldn't hear me. So I was like, I had to upgrade.
Equipment makes
my headphone game.
Equipment makes a difference, doesn't it?
Man,
you truly get what you pay for, right?
Right.
No, because these are my upgrade right here. Because these are battery operated, so it has like a volume inside of the. But you just Chanel, he just made me want to like take it to another level. Like, hey, do you have your iPhone handy? Can I throw you on?
Oh yeah.
Can y'all throw you on Podbean too at the same time?
Yeah, I'm about to. I downloaded. Let me see.
And I was all ready to impress you too, man, with my intro.
He was so quick with it.
Let me see. I had it up just a minute ago.
It's all good.
Whoever this is, stop calling me.
Raymond Pope, what's up, brother? Special to watch the start today. CJ, thank you for saying that. Raymond Pope's in the house, master dog trainer extraordinaire. Shout out to you, Raymond. We're talking about cats today, so you definitely tune into this.
Cat World Invasion.
Redneck.Cruise, thank you for joining us today. Rejoice and the whole crew, thank y'all for joining us today. Y'all gonna get a lot of information today. So I'm feeling amazing. It's Thursdays. I'm feeling great.
So I got it. I got the bean. Let me see.
So just go ahead and find. So all you guys that are out there, thank you, brother. Master Pope, thank you, man. You're an inspiration yourself, all the work you do for the industry, for real. Yeah, if you go ahead, if you all download, so once you get on Podbean, just click on the Wolfkeeper show. Now mute your Zoom, and then click on, there's a button that says call in. So just click on where it says call in.
The little phone button.
This is really Chanel's job, but I'm gonna have to put you back on probation, Chanel. Now,
Toriano.
Okay, now just hit the call in one. So you're in the studio. Now you just need to click. There's a little green button that says call in. But you gotta have your headphones connected to your phone. You gotta connect. Yup. Uh-oh. I'm making him take off his fancy headphones. So you gotta connect those, yeah. I love Raymond, we're talking about I love cats. I've trained. Master Pope just said he trained 5 cats. Wow. Hey, Master Pope, download Podbean and call into the show. That'd be freaking amazing. Go on your phone, download the app called Podbean, and that'd be freaking amazing.
I seen your post about cats being trained. I'm interested in that.
Yeah, Trap King, if you can you don't have your headphones? Oh, he doesn't have his headphones. Let's see. He has this nice logo and everything. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, cats today. This is Cattober. We're going to do a lot of just different amazing things talking about cats. Welcome to the Wolfkeeper. And today, Chanel, you know what we're going to get?
What are we getting?
2 intros.
2 for 1.
That's how much I'm feeling today. I'm just like, share this show. Let's get 1,000 people looking at this show. Trap King, I mean, he's a super amazing person up in Minnesota, music industry, and out there changing people's lives via cats. The same way a lot of people don't think that brothers are. What's up, Denise? Denise is in the house. Like a lot of people don't think that brothers are dealing with cats, or like that's kind of like a thing low key. People don't know about me, you know.
What's that?
I love cats.
Where's your cat Buddha, right? You have a cat named Buddha?
A cat named Buddha. I like to call him Buddha Bear.
What does he look like? Cats creep me out.
Cats creep you out? We're going to talk about that today.
Okay.
Because you're afraid of cats.
Not so much afraid, just like stay over there and I'll stay over here.
Do you think they're going to take your breath?
No, I just don't like them. They
like
just seem really...
It's like an old school thing, like they say, like black women say that a lot.
The kittens, they're really cute, but like when they grow up, not so much.
But you think the cat's gonna take your breath?
I don't. I just don't like them. They just slither all over the place.
That's mine. Can you see? Are you online right now?
Yeah, hold on.
And
You're not online.
What you gotta do is like, yeah, just click on call in one. Yeah, there's a little button that says at the top, call in. There we go. Trap King.
Yo. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. But hey, just mute your Zoom.
Mute the Zoom. All right, it's muted.
All right. Let me see. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. No echo? No echo. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. Yeah, man. I'm sorry, bro. I took your headphones away.
Nah, it's all good.
Not really. I feel like I'm LeBron and you like Sam Bowie. Like, you like I'm on top now. I'm back. You came in with the first round with your big old like bam, like Han Solo.
You know
what I mean? But you didn't know that I had the 1-2 punch that was coming right back at you. You know what I mean? Like, nah, dude, I'm gonna reduce your headphone game. Just like that.
Set me back. It's all good. It's all love.
Man, how you feeling?
Good, man. Real good.
Let me just do a check. Rejoice, please let me know if you all can't hear us on Facebook Live. I think it should be all good, but Rejoice, shout out to Rejoice, because Rejoice is a beast. She just, man, she's one of the hardest working people out there.
Phenomenal.
Does it all. So, Trap King, we have Chanelly Nail, and Chanelly Nail has a lot of questions for you today because Chanel she's not comfortable with cats. I don't know. She's like, they creep her out, we like to keep it here. We like to keep it real here at Wolfkeeper. I think it's kind of a black woman thing. Some my grandmama, my great grandmama were terrified of cats. Like, you thought that that a cat had did something to them when they were a baby, but they're not comfortable with cats. So we got to talk about that. Like, because some people just aren't into cats. I'm gonna pop this picture up a lot today. That's my cat, right? Which
of course you got a cat that look like a wolf.
I know, right?
Of course you would have a cat that look like a wolf.
He's a big ass cat. That's Buddha Bear. So, man, I got so many questions for you, man. So my mom just jumped on Molly and Reese. She must have heard me talking about it. We're talking about cats. This is Cattober, and we're kicking off Cattober with the Trap King Sterling. And I don't think I'm pretty sure we met in Austin.
Yeah, I think so.
Because and this is how I met. Because our joint friend Mary Tan was telling me about a brother for the music industry that also works with cats. And I'm like, there can't be a whole bunch of brothers in the music industry.
Bro, I'm like one of one.
No, for real. I was like, no, because it was, I don't know where it was at, but you were hosting an event and someone invited me. And I was like, any brother that's a rapper, any deals with cats, I need to go.
Right.
I'm gonna make this a happy-go-lucky race show because they don't even know right now. They got like the Wolfkeeper, the dude that's weighed the dogs, that's black, and I'm not Mike Vick. I don't fight dogs, right? I don't have no big old fat gold chain. Give me no big old, like brother be walking the dog like, I got the bougiest dog on the planet. I gotta show you all something how bougie.
You ain't got the DMX chain going. You ain't got. Where my little homie at? Demeter, Alanis.
Wait, this is super important because people get this impression that brothers. You want to see mine? Look. That's his.
You ain't got the big link chain. You ain't got the big joint.
Hold on. That's his Sunday chain. This is weekday chain. Big link, right. But I mean, this is important. Like this is. I mean, he's styling. You know what I mean? He got the.
Oh, check him out. Okay.
Got the puffy coat. You know what I mean? He ready.
Okay.
I'm just saying, but the point I'm trying to make by the demonstration.
Bentley still needs one, Toriano.
Bentley gotta get his weight up.
I know. How do we get on your level?
You gotta level up. Look at that.
Oh, he got the fits. Ah.
Man, he got wardrobes, man. He's ready, man. Hey, so but point I'm trying to make though is that a lot of times people have this terrible misconception. Oh, look at this. It's a brother with a cat, and it's a white cat. Black Lives Matter.
I hear.
Trap King president.
I be having to talk to her about her privilege.
Oh, right. I talk about you're not privileged. You're a white cat. You're a white cat with a black man.
Right.
I mean, but a lot of people out there, we can't hear on Facebook. Oh, okay. That's what I was wondering. Okay. All right, you hear me now? So I got to get rid of that echo. Wait. How's that?
Echo because of me?
No, I think it's because of me. Oh. All right.
Or try to mute your Zoom.
Oh, here we go. Nope, I still hear it. Do y'all hear it or do I just hear it?
I hear it.
Wait. Oh, Tammy wants to call in too. All right. It's a baby echo though, but it's still.
Good morning.
Hey, Tammy.
Hey,
What's up, Tammy?
Chanel. Hey, Toriano. And hey, your guest speaker. I can't see the name on here. I was actually calling in because I didn't know if you knew that you couldn't hear the volume on Facebook Live. So
You just fixed it.
oh, okay.
It probably was. You know, on a quick side note, this is gonna be a fun show. We're gonna go over time. I'm telling you that now. So cancel all your dates, Sterling. Sterling's like got some noon meeting with some foxy woman down there. You're in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
So we got Sterling the Trap King on there. So
ATL.
ATL Atlanta. It was probably good. Quick side note: our last show got banned. Did I tell you that, Chanel?
No.
What show was that?
The show with Lori. I know the show with Lori Handlers. We were talking about polyamory. We were talking about presidents and sex lives.
Oh, well, that's why it got banned.
Hopefully, they got banned.
Who banned it?
You need to stand down and stand by. That's
that was weird.
That's right. Didn't you hear? Did you listen to your president? He's stand down, stand by.
He's misunderstood. He's a black man trapped in a white body. Leave him alone.
No.
Something. It's almost like comedy.
Neanderthal trapped in some foreign body.
He's misunderstood.
He's not, yeah.
So
bro, that looked like a Dave Chappelle skit without the laughs.
Yes, exactly.
That's what I was telling my mom. I'm like, this is almost like comedy. Like, what's really going on here?
Oh, I love it.
Hey, you all, I have to tell you a quick cat story. because I heard you talking about how my mother and grandmother Toriano didn't.
They were
care for
terrified of
cats.
cats. Like you would have thought that they were like raised by like some like cat factory and that they were tortured every day. There's some. So I think it's a black woman thing though. Like black women are afraid of cats.
No, not. I mean, no. I think it has a lot to do with whatever experience you may have had, or if you didn't even have an experience. But
That's a joke. Don't even call me about that. It was a joke.
just
Joke.
quickly, yeah, I had to tell you the story because it was so funny. I was when I was in high school, my home ec teacher had a cat who had a litter of kittens. So she brought them to school and she was giving them away. So, of course, because I thought the kittens were so cute, I told her I'd take one. So I took one of the kittens. I brought it home. My mother saw it, and she told me if I didn't get that kitten out of there, she was going to shoot it. She went and got her gun, actually. And came back with the gun, and she's like, get rid of that kitten. And I thought,
Oh wow.
my sister brought home a huge dog, and she didn't have a problem at all with it. I bring a little kitten that could fit in a teacup, and she's ready to murder it. I'm thinking,
You're all about conflict, Tammy.
no. Who knew?
Your sister.
I mean, how
No, that's gonna be it. She's not.
No.
You're about to get a phone call.
Right. How
That's why I do
threatening.
what I do.
And what is that? Because I missed that.
I do cat rescue, which
Oh, that's so honorable. Yes. So,
I might be the only black guy living out of his vehicle doing cat rescue in America.
Seriously.
yes,
That's
I
yeah.
So
probably
Sterling
could agree with that.
travels the country he travels the country in his van. Then let me just back up though, because you are from the music industry and you have became very successful in the music industry. You were working with some really big names. And you're Minnesota. Minnesota is just like music. I swear Minnesota, I think, has some of the best music in the world. Obviously, the artist came from Minnesota. I mean, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, Minnesota. Right. I mean, you got Rhyme Sayers Collective, which is like the #1 independent rap group in the world, which is crazy that those guys are all out of there. I mean, can we just talk? Can we just touch on the music a little bit, like so people know like how dope you're like, so they really get that you came from music, because you could easily still be doing music.
Oh
but you're over here dealing with cats. Same thing with me.
Before I even started this, I was about to go on tour with Tech Nine, which was a big deal for me, and I was ready for that tour. But I ended up not going on that tour. I ended up hitting my homeboys up like, yo, I'm about to do this with these cats. And they was like, oh, Sterling lost his mind. He talking about not going on the Tech Nine tour to go mess with some cats. But I mean, I saw the void. I saw how serious it was.
I gotta back up for a second, because for those that don't know, Tech Nine is probably one of the biggest independent touring artists. I mean, that's been around. Like, he makes all his money because he's constantly touring. He's like the Willie Nelson of the hip hop world. Tours all the time, and he does these sold out shows. Every show he does is sold out, and he does these like elaborate stage shows. Like, he's all in paint. He's like it's not so, because that's how I first heard about you, about this guy that didn't go on tour with Tech Nine, but then got into casting. Same thing with me, because I was working for BMG Records. I was working with the artists. I was working at Ruckus Records. Had all this stuff, and then one day I was just like, "Man, I want to train dogs." And he was like, and for a while, it wasn't even like he's a dog trainer. My ex-wife would love to say, "Oh, he picks up poop." So I was like the poop director for like, that was her shot. She loved saying that for at least a year. Oh yeah, he picks up dog poop.
Well, it actually was kind of true.
Of course, Tammy's always a low-key hater too over there. Like,
don't do that, Toriano.
No, he know I don't play that. Somebody's got to keep you in line,
right?
but that's, I mean, that's amazing, because like so I hope you feel my excitement because it's like we are like yin and yang. You're like over there with the cats, I'm with the dogs, and people think brothers and dogs, Mike Vick, and all this evil other stuff. I mean, like, and actually, I train more small now. I train more small dogs than big dogs. It's crazy. Like Chihuahuas.
That's why you need it in what you do.
Right.
That's why we need it, man. We gotta break them stereotypes.
But then I feel like you're crushing even a bigger one because you are rolling around one. I mean, that's props to you because I've done that. And actually, you and I are so much alike because I've traveled the country, not in my van. I've never done that. But we travel around in your van trapping cats because a lot of people don't know about cat trapping, which is a huge, because we have a huge cat population that's out there, along with cats. People don't vaccinate cats. People think that Chanel, I don't know if you remember Dr. Blue was talking about that. I got introduced to my friend Dr. Blue from Vet Life because most people just think that cats can exist automatically without going to get their shots and checkups, that they don't get sick, and that the cats don't get lonely, and
there's so many loose cats though in the city.
Yeah,
but that's
like alley cats, like all of that.
Sterling, can you tell us about? I'm going to shut up now. I'm taking over. I'm not even let you. Sterling, like this dude.
Just talk too much.
Tell us about trapping cats. Like, how'd you leave the music industry to start cat trapping?
So what I do is TNR. That's trap, neuter, and return. So it's the humane alternative for death and euthanasia for stray and feral cat populations. So I go out and I catch cats in humane traps that don't hurt them, but I catch them in humane traps. I take them to low-cost spay and neuter clinics. I get them spayed, neutered, and vaccinated, and then I return them back to their colony. So this prevents overpopulation and spread disease. So this is good if you like cats, and then it's good if you don't like cats because it's humane population control. So a lot of what I do, most times people don't understand what the hell I'm doing. Like I'll pull up and I talk to people about it. I'm like, do you understand what TNR is? And they're like, is that a new drug?
Time out. I'm trying to wrap my head around how does a brother from Minnesota decide? How did that just even pop in your head? Like, man, I'm going to be in charge of cats. And people always look at me for coming up with some like, what are you doing now? That just seems like the biggest what now. Like I'm low key, almost about to jump with you in this van, and you're gonna have to on a tour out there rescuing cats and stray dogs across the country.
We gotta do it. Let's
be a tour. Tell Mary Tan hook it up.
Hey, Mary will hook it up too. Don't get Mary started. But man, I was doing music, and I always had cats. I always loved cats. I think I've been a vegetarian since I was like 12.
No shit.
So
wow.
Yeah. So it wasn't that hard to get into it.
Hey, that's why I was messing with you. That's why your skin is glowing. I was that's that unbeat diet.
Yeah, man.
So then what? Let me ask you this. So a lot of people, because there's like a lot of they've done stats in all three of us are dog owners. I mean, Chanel dog, like Bentley rolls around the Corvette. like Bentley
need a Bentley.
He's spoiled. We're getting there.
Tammy
don't have a belly. So.
She doesn't even. Tammy rolls around with a baby bag in her dog. You mean like we're all we spend money on our dogs, but they've done stats that owning a dog, people of only a certain social economic status have dogs and can afford dogs, but then cat ownership, they've shown studies that are for a certain economic group. That's part of why there's so many of them. And then also too, people that want dogs, they can't afford a dog, but they get a cat. Can you talk about just those stats and things of like how the division of dog owners and cats? It's crazy. I found that out a long time ago. What they've done, like we used to see the Sarah McLachlan commercial and you see this sad dog. If you put a cat in there, they've done stats on you actually will get less money. Like people aren't filling cats. Like so, and this has a lot to do with economics.
And and like I said again, that's why I got into it, because at first I was just doing it in between tours. I was just trying to find something to do. But when I got into it, when I started working with the county shelter, I saw that it was less funds going to cats. More people paid attention to dogs, even though you would think it's so many cats on the internet. Like you see a bunch of cats on the internet and it's like a big deal, but really people are more engaged with dogs, especially our people, especially Black people. So I was like, man, I don't see us engaged in this. I don't see us doing this, and it's less help for the cats. And then again, too, like I said, even people that don't like cats, you still want to get into what I'm doing because it helps. Like I had a dude that walked his dog in his apartment complex, and he was so mad that his dog would eat the cat feces. Like they would see cat feces, all cat poop, all over the floor, all over the ground, everywhere. And I'm like, you know, doing what I do, TNR will help that. It'll be less cat feces, and then it won't be disease, nasty cat poop. You know what I mean? That your dog is eating up, because I'm getting them vaccinated. I'm getting them spayed, neutered. So it's going to control the population and not have your dog eating nasty poop.
Because cats carry a lot of diseases, though.
Oh, yeah. And everything loves to eat cat poop. I don't know why, but everything eat cat poop like this.
I had a client that almost like I had a client that got viciously ill, like hospitalized, over a cat scratch.
Yeah, man.
I saw her one day. This was like 2005. I was like, you need to get that checked out. She's like, oh, it's just a little scratch. I'm like, no, but it's a cat scratch. Cats have all, because they look in their paws. They're always touching stuff. They're eating stuff. And her leg was like a tree trunk 2 days later. And she was hospitalized. Like, so, because stray cats, I mean, a feral cat is almost like a raccoon almost. You can't, you know.
They got all types of bacteria in their mouth. You might want to get that bite checked out. If you get bit by a stray or feral cat, you might want to get that checked out.
It's not like getting bit by a dog. A cat can have you out for the count.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be more serious, and that's why if you see them with that ear tip, like on my logo, that lets you know they've been vaccinated.
If they have what?
If you see them with the ear tip, like on my logo, like on this logo back here. You see the ear tip, the one ear is tipped. And that lets you know if you see a cat out there that's been ear tipped, that lets you know that they probably done ran into me. They've been spayed, neutered, and vaccinated.
Yeah, where's the money come from for this?
I work solely off donations. I run a nonprofit, so a lot of people donate to me. The reason I started traveling is because so many cities, so many people in different cities hit me up and be like, hey, can you come to this neighborhood and can you come talk to the Black people in this neighborhood because they running us out. Like usually this is done by older white women. So they going out to communities, they try to save, rescue, do this with the cats, and people like, don't come in this neighborhood. You dropping cats off, you doing this. So they call me out a lot.
That's just to do that. Typically you think crazy cat woman, older white woman. You're not thinking cat Black man out there.
Never.
Because I can't see an older white woman coming to the west side of Chicago trapping cats.
Nah, they gonna call me. They gonna call me. They gonna call me to come out there.
Is there a trap king posse? Like, who do you roll with?
It's me, man. I'm trying to build it. Like ultimately, I wanted like a fraternity, sorority.
Oh man,
like Sons of Anarchy meets Cat Rescue. So you got patches on your jacket for how many cat lives you just saved. Like I wanted to make it like a fraternity, sorority type deal, and I'm probably still gonna do that too.
Hey, I'm trying to marry my daughter off Chanel. Are you single? Are you?
Oh my goodness!
Here you go. I'm his daughter.
I thought he would get through one show without picking on you, but I see that.
No, he's not. I'm his daughter today.
Yeah.
I know her mind is thinking right now. She's like, "Oh, travel, rescuing kitty cats."
Usually I be like, I get the cats. Nah.
Oh, Chanel's quiet. I gave her, that's the test. When she gets quiet, that means she's thinking. She has no
Silly.
She's just dumbfounded by your statement.
I don't even pay him any mind anymore.
Like, man, that's respectable, man. Because bro, I respect. From doing dogs, from starting the dogs. I remember in the beginning where people were just like, "You went to college." I mean, they weren't even joking. You went to college for this? Is that what we, you back in the music industry? Every comment that was definitely not encouraging in the beginning. But cats are just a whole nother world because people don't really, and I didn't really. I mean, I love animals. I didn't really get it until I adopted a cat, right? And cats are work, number one. Like because they get lonely. People have this misconception that you can just let them be, right? Two, I mean, they can be messy. Like I didn't even realize my friend Allie and Katie pointed this out to me, which I feel like a dog client when they're like, "You're a bad cat owner." I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, because like I just let my cat do whatever. I didn't know that cats have rules. Like, because I like he's on the computer, he's on the stove, he's like jumping on stuff, he's like getting in. Like you could set boundaries for cats. So how true is the whole? Do you know Jackson Galaxy? Have you all met?
Oh yeah, I met Jackson. I hung out with him a few times.
Of course you'd have to, because like he's the cat whisperer of like Animal Planet.
Soon as we met, we met a couple times. I went to his event, Cat Camp. I got Jackson's phone number. As soon as we met, he was like, "Yo, you like the black version of me?"
There's a cat camp.
Oh yeah, Cat Camp, Cat Con.
Cammy, I want to start a new business called Cat Camp.
Of course you are.
I bet you can charge some money for Cat Camp.
It's so man, Cat Camp is crazy because a lot of stuff that's there too. People don't think that you can train cats.
You can train cats in Cat Camp. No way.
Yeah.
No.
Man, I train my cats are leash.
What?
My cats are leash trained.
What?
They sit pretty on a mark. I teach them on a mark. My cat rings a bell.
Toriano, when you think about it, I mean, a cat is still an animal. I mean, they train lions and tigers. So, I mean, because they're in the circus. So if you think about it, what animal can't be trained? I mean, there's probably different levels of training for different animals, but I think any living, breathing thing, to whatever degree they can be trained, still have the ability to, learn. So,
hey, y'all know about Victoria Stilwell too, right? Y'all heard of Victoria Stilwell?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Victoria Stilwell, she clicker trains some of everything, but she clicker trains dogs. I met her too, and I clicker train cats.
Really? Is she cool?
Yeah.
I never met her.
Oh yeah, she cool people.
Okay.
We met at an event called Project Runway in Baltimore.
Right. That was kind of a loaded question. That you're going to be like, "Nah, man, she ain't cool. I don't like her at all."
Like, yeah, I met Victoria, man. She be tripping.
Victoria,
yeah, she actually had a show. I don't know if she still has it, but she actually had a show. I know she had a podcast because I used to listen to it.
Oh, she was on TV for a while.
That's what I said. I know she had a show.
Yeah.
You know what, man? I'm getting pumped. I low key want to go adopt a cat and train it.
Oh my God! You already have a cat. Why don't you just train that one?
But you can't. You have to start a kitten, right? You can't.
No, you don't. It's just like a dog. Why would you? You don't have to. Exactly. You don't have to start a dog as a puppy. I mean, it's probably easier if they have no, bad habits already. But if you can take a dog, Toriano, and I know you've trained adult dogs that were older dogs, so why should it be any different for a cat?
Well, Sterling, that's a great question because people always had this misconception that cats can't be trained, one. And then two, I've actually...
Yeah, that's the first for me. I didn't know.
I was so excited about this show. I was posting last night. I couldn't sleep. I was posting last night about if you can train a cat. And people were responding back to me. Everyone responded back to me saying you have to start when they're kittens. So are you saying, is that not true?
It's better to start when you're a kitten, but it's not necessary. They don't have to be kittens. Like you can definitely treat. It's an older cat here named Squirrel that's extremely smart, and usually it's about finding their favorite treat. They're gonna be food motivated. So once you find that favorite treat, then we can start communicating. We can start communicating quick because I know this is your favorite treat, like chicken. Most cats love chicken. Some of the same stuff I use to bait cats when I trap them is some of the same stuff cats love when I give them treats and training them. So, oh yeah, we find that favorite treat.
What's the most complicated thing you've seen a cat do?
Man, the most complicated. I mean, in trapping, I think the wildest thing is the mom, how smart the mother is. Because I've had mother cats not go inside of a trap, and then she sits right outside the trap to make sure her babies don't go inside the trap.
Really?
So she just ruins my whole trap, and I gotta use a drop trap and a whole different type of bait because she gonna sit there and make sure her babies and nobody else go in the trap, and she not going in. So she just hate on my trap the whole time.
Wow.
Well, and you know
babies.
that's an instinctual process with any living creature. I mean, mothers are just instinctually going to do things to protect their babies. So I think even if you get down to insects, it's the same thing. You know, that's just natural for the mother to go into protective mode, no matter what species they are.
Hey, so you know you made me just think about too, man. Another person, my friend Trapper Rose. That we got. You know, we need to have you, me, and Trapper Rose. Because Trapper Rose
whole trap show
is 100% trapping raccoons.
I know. I can't even watch his live videos because I'm always creeped out. I'm creeped out by wildlife.
I'm like terrified of
possums and raccoons and squirrels and stuff. When I see his live video, I have to switch off because. I've already had a bad experience with possums. You already know that, Toriano. So
I didn't caught a bunch of raccoons, possums. I even caught a groundhog.
My dog did too. That's why I'm so freaked out by wildlife because my dog in the backyard I'd come outside, he'd have all sorts of wild animals in his mouth, like he was out in the jungle somewhere. Yeah.
No, trapping is dangerous because I mean, a feral cat is no joke. I mean, I tell people sometimes they'll let their dog trap feral cats. I saw some guys doing it a couple months ago, and I'm like, dude, that cat will fuck your dog up. Like,
oh yeah,
you're like, man, that cat. I'm like, dude, a feral cat can get pretty. Am I right?
Yeah, that feral cat is gonna go for your dog's nose and make life hell quick.
Right.
Claw to the nose will do more damage than you think.
So
dogs know it. Dogs know it.
Right.
They don't want to deal with them claws. Not to the nose.
So how do you feel?
And Billy think he can conquer the world with anything.
When people are like declawing cats, how do you feel about that?
That's a bad move, man. It's crazy because I didn't know at first. I had my first main cat that I built a relationship named Rick James. I had him declawed because I didn't know any better. But it's the equivalent. If you look at your finger, it's the equivalent of that first line. It's like cutting off that right there.
Wow.
Everything up. So it's messing up that equilibrium. If you declaw a cat and that cat go back outside, that cat can't defend or hunt.
Yeah, that's basically a death sentence for a cat if they're cats that aren't, domesticated cats. That's a death sentence because that's their line of defense. So if they don't have claws, they have no way of protecting themselves. So I mean, that's why I had to tell when you and Toriano. Remember when we were living in an apartment and you and Tino kind of adopted this wild cat? But that was part of the problem because he obviously had claws, so we couldn't let him be. He was inside scratching up the furniture. And so I remember Tino telling me, well, why don't we just have his claws removed? And I said, well, no, because if he ever had to be put back out in the streets, he wouldn't be able to protect himself. So you can't declaw a cat and expect it to survive out in the,
Amy, I'm glad because you were just a teenage mom back then. So I'm glad.
Oh my God, you are crazy.
I'm glad you were so young back then. I'm glad that you had the insight to not let us do it.
I was a nurse, so I'm not sure why you're saying I had to. I mean, I have intelligence, and I know that that's not a good thing. But anyway, Let me interrupt real quickly because I have to get off and go run some errands. But it was very nice talking to you, Trap King, and Chanel and Toriano. I will
See you, Tammy.
Yes, I couldn't participate in your previous podcast because I have a side job now. So I was actually at work.
She hustling.
Yeah, I'm retired, so I have to get my little side hustle. So.
Tammy's out there.
Yeah.
Trapping something.
What was that, Toriano?
So you're trapping something.
Yeah. All right, but anyway, I will talk to you all later. Have a lovely day.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
But you know what you just made me think about, Sterling, is that it's equivalent to like when people. Let me ask you this. Let me not assume this. Because some people will remove their dog's vocal cords because they don't want them barking. Or I've actually heard people remove the dog's canines because they're like, oh, and I said that's the craziest thing ever that you're going.
I've never even heard of that. Their vocal cords.
Yeah. Some people they do it on small dogs sometimes so that there's no barking. Or I've had over 20 years. I've had not a lot, but I have heard instances of people removing the dog's teeth, thinking that was going to fix them. So are you saying that declawing a cat for the purpose of him not destroying my condo furniture, is that the same cruelty, insanity, like removing vocal cords or removing teeth to prevent a certain behavior?
Oh yeah, because it's so many alternative ways to prevent what's going on. Like with cats, usually people go to declaw because like the main thing, furniture. They scratching up the furniture and everything. But there's so many different things, toys in different ways. Like that's what the dude Jackson Galaxy teach too. A lot of cat behavior stuff. There's different ways to play with your cat and engage your cat into doing stuff. Because when they inside, one of the things we forget is that cats are hunters. They amazing hunters, and they hunt for their food. If you got a cat just sitting in the house and you're not playing with it, you're not engaging it, then they probably gonna scratch your furniture up. You need to get some toys, get some stuff for them to play with, and let them work for their treat, let them work for their food a little bit. That's why I clicker train and work with cats, because it gives them a chance to calm all of that down. They're not gonna sit there bored and be like, well, let me go over here and scratch this couch up real quick. I'm gonna just tear this up because I'm bored. I got a bunch of toys and different ways to engage with my cat, so that they're not even thinking about that. They're not even thinking about scratching the furniture, because I got cat toys. Look at this big old cat bed. They can scratch and play. You know what I mean? I got a bunch of stuff for them to get into to where they're not even thinking about the furniture. But that's much better than declawing them, because declawing them, like I said, I had my cat Rick James. I ended up trapping a cat name that I ended up adopting named Tina Marie, because she didn't have any claws. She was out on the street for weeks, probably more, without claws. So when I trapped her, instead of taking her back out, I ended up adopting her, and I named her Tina Marie. So I had a Rick James and Tina Marie.
A house full of celebs.
Cat toys are real, right? Cat toys. I would say that's probably another misconception about cat ownership, that getting a cat a scratching pole and all that stuff because they want to do this.
Yeah.
When they can't do that, they're gonna figure it out somewhere. They're gonna it's just like dogs. If you went out and bought a husky and you're not working with that husky, you let them in your backyard, you're probably gonna get your yard dug up.
Just like with that husky, if you're not working that husky, if that husky ain't running and out doing this thing, it's gonna have all that extra energy. Ain't gonna tell her what that husky gonna get into. It's the same way with a cat. You wanna keep them engaged, and then like with cats, get some of that catnip. That catnip will do it. You get you a little scratch toy, you pour some catnip on it. That cat ain't thinking about your couch.
Is catnip real?
It's like
is that like marijuana?
It basically, for the most part, yeah. And they make a bunch of toys with catnip inside of it. It's even stronger catnip called Silver Vine. That's like a new strand of it. That's like a whole new deal.
So
mine is like catnip on steroids.
What if I gave Chanel some catnip? What would happen?
Here he goes.
Oh, you said I thought you hung up. My fault.
No. We need to get you some catnip.
And people think, what's the origin of catnip?
The
It's
strongest
organic.
strand.
Yeah, it's organic, man. It's all natural. It look like it come in forms of just look like little grass, like marijuana.
And cats eat the catnip.
Man, they eat it. Even as soon as they smell it, they react though. I mean, they'll start rolling around on the floor. They get playful, friendly, like they love it. They love it. But
They
you
just
put
be high,
catnip on
huh?
something. Oh yeah, it's probably for them like a 5-minute high. But you pour some more out, they back at it again.
I know the answer to this. I just want to hear your response. Can a cat be protective of its owner?
Oh yeah, definitely.
What does that look like if a cat's protective?
We look more jealous than anything. Like
Really?
my cat. Oh yeah, like my cat. Like the one I was just showing you, Alanis Musette. If she hear me baby talk or talk nice with another cat, she run up. Instantly, like what's good? Like what you doing? You petting another cat? Like what's
Right.
good? Like what's good? Like that's what it looks
Just like a
cat.
woman.
Yeah. That's why I'm single now. That's why I'm single. Yeah,
We don't play that. Nope.
Yeah.
Has your cat ever not liked a girlfriend or something? Has she ever?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Really?
I done lost a girl over a cat. Yeah.
Really?
Rick James.
Damn.
I dated a girl. Rick James hated her.
Really?
Like, oh yeah. Even my
Did she like cats?
Nah, not really.
That's probably why.
She tolerated cats because of me. Like she knew in order to date me, you'll have to deal with cats. So she tolerated them. And Rick, I think Rick knew like you don't like me for real. Like you ain't in it for the long haul. I'm gonna terrorize your life. I'm gonna run this one off, girl. I ain't gonna let her hang around.
Her energy wasn't right.
We don't need her, man.
I'm not feeling these vibes at all. Like Rick was like, nah, I ain't feeling her energy. I don't like it.
Yeah, animals are amazing because I know that dogs will do that for sure. I had a dog. There's one girl I was completely in love with, infatuated with. My American Bulldog did not. In fact, the first time she ever came over, like you praying for that day when she finally. This was for real hard to get. You mean?
Yeah.
Like first day she finally came over. I looked at the dog and it was a look in his eyes I'd never seen before. He did not like her at all. I mean, I remember the first time we had one of those intimate late nights, and then which resulted into the morning after. And she's looking for her shoes. Like, where are my shoes? I'm like looking like, man, can't find them in the room. Can't find them. I opened up the door. He's sitting there perfectly like this. It looked like a photo shoot because both shoes were pointing each other, and each toe was perfectly nothing else. Just like it was like someone had put them on the table and took a machete and like just the toes. And I was like, I found them. She's like, where are they? And I hand them to her. She's like, oh my god, I was like, don't worry, I'll pay for them. I was like, but animals definitely can sense. And then you're biased. You deal with cats. This is a great show because it's the Wolfkeeper and the Trap King, right?
Oh yeah.
What do you think has the higher intuition as far as just like perception on people and being? Because I always say that the dog is the final manifestation of what's going on in your life. I can look at your dog and can tell what's going on, right?
Yeah.
I've had cats too. My cat, I can tell. No, I'm testifying with you. Amen, hallelujahs. Like, because Buddha did not like certain people, for sure. Some people he totally loved. Because some people, they'd be like, dude, this cat's following me around. He won't leave me alone. Like, some people he totally loves. Some people he was not feeling. If you had to guess, what would be your stance of who has a higher intuition, the cat or the dog?
I think both of them are capable of it, but I would say right now for our world, what we live in, I would say dogs simply because we let dogs more into our world.
Yeah.
Like we just now getting into certain things with cats. Like a dog is gonna go with me to the store.
Yeah.
A dog gonna go with me to the dog park. We just now getting to a point where, people get surprised.
Do you
when I
have
say
dogs?
I leash train my cats.
Do you have a dog?
No, I've had a dog.
Okay.
I've had dogs before.
Okay.
I had a little Pekingese that used to snore and drive me crazy.
Yeah.
But I've had dogs before. But I think with cats, we just now starting to do certain things with them and let them into our world to have that instinct. Like right now, you know, dogs would be outside at dog parks. They've probably been around different people. We just now getting to a point to where I'm able to say I'm leash training my cat. Like I take my cat outside and walk my cat on a leash. I was at the park the other day pushing my cat in the stroller. I took her out and then I walked her on a leash and people was like,
Yo, that's crazy.
I can't. Like you, even the little kids be like, "Mommy, Daddy, look at that's not a dog, that's a
Right.
Man,
she's walking a cat."
hey, you just hear the gladiator music.
Yeah. And I'm over there looking like, yeah, you ain't never seen this before. You ain't never seen this before.
Yeah. I would like, no, thank you.
But that's the thing, though. That's the thing. I think the more we get cats, we let them into our world and everything that we do, I think we can get them on that level. But right now, I'd probably say dogs because they in every situation.
Yeah.
That's
like dogs have been riding around in vehicles with us.
You can take them to the restaurant, everything, right?
Right. So they know they more used. They can they train a little different.
Mm-hmm.
So we just now getting to a point to where we can get cats into our whole world like that. And I think as we do that, cats will be more like dogs. But right now, it's probably more so dogs.
Give it a few years. It's gonna be like that, if that.
Give it a few years when dudes like me walking around with the fancy leash with cats.
Right.
And
we're like,
and ladies start liking it. Once ladies start liking it a little bit, because right now it's bad. Ladies be like, "You got a what?"
Right.
I'm out.
Right. They're not feeling that. Well, because a lot of times you think people, when you think cat, you think their house is dirty. You mean because like cats like jump. Like I didn't even know that, and I'm an animal person. You mean I'm a dog trainer? I should know better because I'm like I don't want dogs on furniture. Not because I'm like this draconian, but it's like you can't be mad at them if they're up there when you got some nice white clothes on. Then you kick them off, and they're like, "Wait a minute, you kicking me off now because Aunt Myrtle's over in her Sunday, you know, whatever. Or when that boyfriend or girlfriend comes over, you can't kick me out the bed now. Either let me in the bed all the time." I mean, so
the bed is a tough sell, man. Let me tell you, this is gonna trip y'all out. I started in August. I launched a date now called Tabby Dates, and it's for cat people to hook up with cat people.
What?
Specifically? Yeah. It's called Tabby Dates. It's for cat people to hook up with cat people because I done went through it so much where, you know, I meet a young lady, it's cool, it's seeming like it's cool, and then she see my cat. She saw Rick James. She saw, you know, Alanis, and she like, yeah. And I got in trouble for that too. I literally, when I had my 1-bedroom apartment, me and the date came home and everything was cool up until that point. Rick came walking around the corner. He like a big fluffy Persian Himalayan cat. So she was like, "What the hell is that?" I was like, "That's Rick James, bitch." She was like, "Did you just call me out my name?" I was like, No, I didn't call you out your name. I just said that's Rick James. That's the joke. Like that's Dave Chappelle.
Right.
Like, what you just call me? I'm like, "No, I ain't gonna call you that. I ain't call you out your name. Don't be like that."
Like it's too late. You messed it up.
Yeah. She's still just looking at the cat. She like, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah.
Though? Like, why is it looking like that? And walking up to me, and Rick looking like, who is this?
Yeah.
No, cats definitely some deal killers for some people. Well, why is that? I mean, I get totally why some people are completely afraid of dogs. 100%, I get it. But why do you think some people are just straight up? Some people don't rock with cats. They can't like wrap they. Why do you think people are so definitely afraid of cats?
I don't. You know, I think it's a trip because in the black, and again, that's why I do what I do, because in the black community, we don't care about cats. Like you said, we see cats like raccoons, possums, rodents, and stuff we don't want. So
it's part of our urban environment.
Right.
We don't have time. We don't have time to volunteer and deal with that, with the cat stuff, with the cat world. We're not using, and then it's not a masculine thing either. Like all my homeboys be like, "Bruh, why don't you just get a dog? Like, why you want them cats brushing up around you like that? Like, why is that the thing? And I'm steady telling them, man,
He like, this a part of my swag. I got the stroller and the leash with it. Like, come on, it's a package deal.
You know what I'm saying? I'm more so, I'm a wild dude. I'm an eccentric dude, but I'm always having to explain that to my homeboys because it's not what you would consider masculine. And again, like most people in our community, they looking at it like, nah, man, that we don't mess with cats. That's like, I only see them because they kill the rats. That's it. That's most people that I talk to. They be like, oh, they kill the rats. That's it. That's all I know about them.
And that gotta be tough too, man. You dedicated your life as a black male in America to something that totally people are thinking older white woman with like 10 cats living like in upper East New York. You know what I mean? And here you are. I mean, like, how do you get? Does that ever just get to you sometimes?
Oh yeah, man. It's tough because like I said, we don't look at this world like that. But in essentially some of the stuff that Venus and Serena or Tiger Woods went through, I go through it a lot because that's the first thing. At first it's like you're not doing this for real. You're not serious about this, and then it's hard for people to wrap their hands around it. Like, okay, so you really out here. That's the same way when we saw Venus and Serena. It's like, oh, so these chicks out here really doing it. Like, yeah, this guy's really out here living in his van, rescuing cats. I really love cats like that. It's not a gimmick. I could just go back to rap and I'll be probably making more money, I'm sure, if I went back to music. But I'm really into cats like this. I really do this because we have to fill that void. We got to fill that void. This is something else that we can do, we should do. Back in the days, Egyptians was worshiping cats. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is something that we need to get to and let people know that we can do this. I need people to see a black man doing this, that we can train and rescue and help the cats. They're not just some rodents we need to kick to the curb because our tax dollars pay for that. Our tax dollars pay for this stuff. A lot of people don't know that either. That's why I say, even if you don't like cats, you might want to know that your tax dollars is going towards killing them. So that's a thing where you want to educate people and be like, yo, you might not even like them, but would you rather a company, a nonprofit like mine, take care of it and without coming out your pocket to just kill them? Because the euthanasia shots cost a lot.
What's the estimate of total cats in the United States of America?
Man, we gotta be by the billions or something by now, man.
Dang.
We gotta be because they don't, like, a cat can reproduce. I've caught cats that was pregnant at 4 months. 4 months.
Wow.
Pregnant. So a cat, you think a cat can have a litter of 6, 7 cats, and that litter at 4 months can start reproducing. You think about how quick that's happening.
Oh wow.
And it went crazy. The boom went crazy during this pandemic because when it's hot, that's when cats mate. Like, we get married, humans get married when it's hot. Summertime comes, there go all our weddings. And just like with us, cats, they do all their mating when it's hot. So you think of when it got warm and we all been in the house during this pandemic, we ain't been able to do what I do, TNR. So they just reproducing like crazy. So it's a lot. it's a lot of stray and feral cats right now.
So you literally travel around the world rescuing cats, like you come to Chicago?
Oh, I've been in Chicago. I did some trapping in Chicago before.
Okay.
A lot of places I go to is because, like, let me tell y'all this story. I was returning some cats that I had got fixed, and I'm in the hood. I'm in a black neighborhood. And I see dudes while I'm coming out the van. I'm taking cats out the van, and I see some dudes walking behind me. I look back, they're getting closer. So, I'm like, okay, let me set these cats down. Let me see what this is about to be. They ran up on me and was like, dude, white people be putting tracking devices and diseases in these cats and dumping them in black communities to hurt our community. And I was like, bro, that's not what's happening. I was like, and why would they do it with cats? They wouldn't put it in malt liquor or marijuana or something like that. Something we actually like. Like, why would they do that? Like, it's not. But that misconception, that's what brothers was thinking. Like, yo, you helping these white folks come infiltrate our hood. And I'm like, nah, bro, I'm trying to help clean up the community. I'm trying to help you know you can do this.
Right.
Even if you didn't like that white person in your community, you can do it then. But by all means, this is something we can do, and it's not bad. It's not bad.
And that's you just made me think about something too, man. There's such a whole cultural aspect to all this, and an ability to connect us as people, because I always say that, you know, dogs get us to open up, and dogs bring us to closer together. You mean, because I'm walking down the street like this morning with my friend. I met 3 new people today. Right. I probably meet 5 new people every day when I walk this dog. I mean, for sure. Right. Yeah. It doesn't help that he has on an entire wardrobe and he's dripping.
He out there. I was about to say he out there dripping.
Right.
But you made me just think about something. Is that I just Googled, there just in the United States alone, there's 95.6 million cats.
Yeah.
95.6 million cats. I mean, that many people didn't even vote. Don't even vote. Right.
You need to get the cats to start voting.
There's 95.6 million cats, I mean, out there. So just imagine, that's living in households. So we don't even, that's just a stat. According to the National Pet Survey, there were a total approximately 95.6 million cats living in the household. So that doesn't even include whatever's out there straight, kicking it, right, reproducing. But if you like took this education, because I mean, in North Lawndale, there's freaking cats everywhere. Like we used to joke growing up that we don't have like natural wildlife like squirrels and birds. We got like rats and cats.
Cats everywhere, right?
Cats everywhere. Like we had a cat problem for a while. Like people just had, I feel bad. I mean, they were out there killing cats. They were like they were that poison for them. You know, like there were so many cats, and then you know you get cat. I always would say probably one of the evilest substances in the world is cat urine. You get cat urine on something.
Can that harm like the dogs? Because this is cat. We have cats in our yard too. And then surprisingly, this cat was like on my porch. I'm like, dude, how did you get here and why are you here? Looking at me like, hey, can I come in? So can that cat urine like harm Bentley?
No.
Okay.
Nah, it can't harm him. I mean, it's probably gonna drive Bentley crazy just knowing that a cat is around and I want to get this cat on.
Because he's sniffing around like, what the hell is that? Like, who's been here? And he's like,
you know what you could do is what I tell a lot of people when I go to neighborhoods and I'm trapping cats and I bring the cats back. Some of the people are mad because I bring them back. And I'm like, they back, but they not going to spread disease. They're not going to overpopulate.
Yeah.
You're going to have this one that'll live on the streets for a while, but at least it won't be more. And they like, but I still don't want them in my yard.
Yeah.
So one of the things I tell people or I give people is coyote urine. It's fake coyote urine. You can go to Home Depot or Walmart and get fake coyote urine and pour that around your yard. We won't smell it. We won't smell it. It won't affect us. It won't affect your dog, but a cat is going to smell it and think,
what about that raccoon?
No,
will it affect the raccoon? Because I hate those.
Oh, the raccoon probably going to think the same thing the cat thinking, like, oh, I'm not coming around here. I smell the coyote urine. I'm out. I'm good. I'm good. You'll have to reapply it when it rains, but that's one of the cat deterrents that I use is fake coyote urine because they smell that and be like, oh, no, I'm straight.
I do not like a raccoon.
It'd be coyotes in this yard. I'm cool on coming out here. They think they can outwork the dog, but they smell that coyote urine and be like, I'm not gonna outwork him.
Right.
So is this 100% what you do now, or do you got like a part-time job? You like working someplace else?
No, man, this is it. So much of what I mean, doing music, coming from, I was in the military, I did music, so my whole psyche has always been, oh, thanks, bro, thanks. My whole psyche has always been self-employment, you know, doing something that I love and self-employing at it. So that's the reason I live out of my vehicle, because I wasn't going to be able to afford cat surgeries and rent at the same time. So this is all I do. It's 100%, you know. Where
can someone donate that's hearing this show?
Go to the website, the nonprofit website, www.trapkinghumane.org, or you can find me on Instagram, the original Trap King. It's a link in my bio to donate. And right now, I'm running a campaign I'm actually upgrading my trap van to an RV. So I've been running a campaign for about 2 months now to get an RV.
So what do you have the RV in mind? Like what, people like visuals of like, cause they don't want to give you money and see you all iced out. Like, man, that king, he tricked us, man. He back on tour, Tech 9 now.
He just bought a Lambo.
Donate to this RV, and I'll pull up in the rain.
Right.
Right.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks. No, it's a C class. It's a C class RV. It's about 23 feet. And
is that the Mercedes one?
Nah, man, that's that Mercedes one. I can't run no campaign for that. That thing about to get up to 200,000. People would be mad for
like,
real.
what you need that for some cats?
Yeah, why you got a Mercedes?
Right,
you gotta have a Benz.
we rolling in style.
No,
they got the Mercedes one though, right?
Oh yeah, they got, and this I didn't seen them. I didn't went and looked at those, but that's not the one I'm going for. But I done been inside and looked at it just to get my rocks off. But man, okay. I'm not saving up for the Mercedes one. But they
what we got to raise? How much?
Well, mine's is for $60,000. I'm trying to raise $60,000. So I'm at 30. I'm close to 40. Close to 40,000. 40K.
I'm saying this right now on the Wolfkeeper show. You all here in the exclusive. I'm about to make a verbal you all about to see how Toriano does his deals in live in person. This is what I want to throw at you. So the entire month, I tell people, I just go with my heart. You mean with these podcasts, Chanel Nell, I didn't drug her into this.
Literally.
This about.
She said literally.
Like I'm stuck at my desk for 2 hours every day. But I don't even know. I lose track. Rejoice, you probably lost track too. But I don't even know what episode. This is episode. Rejoice, can you throw something out
like
there?
70.
It's like episode 7. It's like 70 something for sure.
Man.
Yeah, we're in it, man. So, but it popped through I'm a Leo, and my Chinese sign's a Tiger. So I'm low key hijacking Libra month.
He needs to be clowned.
That's how Leo's we do. We just take over. So we're just gonna hijack the month of October, make it honorary October. But I'm throwing you on the spot right now. Let's raise the money. I'm gonna help you raise the money and get you supplies down there. One of my best friends, Holly Shearer. I'm calling Holly up. I'm like, look, we need to send every cat person. We're about to put the weight on it. Number one. Number two. What if we get Trap King Sterling to come co-host with us? Because every day we talk about cats. Schedule permitting. I know that's tapping into your whole whatever reason you was late for my show. You know what I mean? Whoever
he was like 7 minutes late, Toriano.
I gotta do the show. But,
and I was straight giving eye meds too. I'm trying to get these eye drops in my cat eyes, giving her some eye meds.
I gotta do this. What do you say about that, man? I think that'd be super dope, man.
Hey,
let's campaign, man. I mean, the universe creates. Look, I'm a dog man, right? I'm like,
right.
But something told me to tap into. Cats are spiritual, but dogs and cats together. I'm a firm believer that the dog is the final manifestation was going on in your life. Dogs and cat animals, period. You know what I mean? As my aunt chimed in and said, real talk. And I gotta, you know what? I'm gonna bring this brother on too, Jordan. I'm gonna have all of us on there. This brother is into bee training. I won't even give the story justice about him telling me how he had a pet bee. Like, for real. Like, he was I'm sitting there and I was like, dude, I wish I was high right now. Like, just messing my brain up. You're just like, he's going in on bees. Like, are we talking about, you talking about cats? I'm talking about dogs. He's in it with bees. Like, breaking the whole bee game down. Like, 100%.
What?
Yeah, I need to meet that brother. That's a whole new world.
Yeah.
How do you know that was your bee? He was like, oh, cause his wing. He had a different kind of wing. I'm like, dude, don't stop. Like, same way I'm asking about like cats. Like, he brought it to another level with the bees. I'm like, if you can get in contact in connection with on the insect level, but it's an animal at the end of the day. Like, I didn't know that. He said bees recognize your face. You mean I didn't know that?
Crazy. I didn't know that either.
Me either.
Yeah. So,
but it makes sense. It makes sense when I shoot one off and he come back like, I'm mad at you.
Right.
No, real talk. I learned something powerful about bees because the other day I'm watching this woman outside eating on the cafe. She can't, and everyone's looking at her because there's a bee, and she just cannot. Well, Chanel, you're like that too.
Yeah.
Right.
We went to lunch. Yeah, it was like a million of them, and he's just sitting there. I'm like, dude, I've never been stung by a bee, and he's just sitting there all calm. I'm getting up.
But I learned it from Homeboy because he told me, he's like, when he broke it down for me, I'm like, it's the same thing with people with dogs. When they start running acting, he's like, dude, you see a bee, just relax, be calm. They'll just
and
go
just
away.
Let it sit in my face.
Well, they're attracted to that nervous energy. But same thing with cats. Some people see cats and like they're tweaking. So Sterling, what's up, man? Are we down for that? Am I putting you on the spot?
Yo, I'm down, bro. I'm down. You ain't even got to say no more. I'm down. 11
a.m. Central Standard Time.
I'm down, bro.
Let's do it, man. We got the whole. I'm going to rejoice. We send him the lineup, man. We're going to pre-prep him. We're going to have Trap King co-hosting with Chanel Nell and myself.
Yeah.
For the month of Cattober.
Let me ask some of these cat folks some stuff.
Know what we need to do?
I want to ask some of these cat people some stuff too, so I'm definitely down to co-host.
Yeah, it's your world. I mean, basically, it's like the Wolfkeeper Takeover podcast. Just take it. But you know what we need to do is we need to do a cat theme song. We need a theme song. So do you still do any music at all?
Bruh, let me tell you, that's another thing I get clowned about from my homeboys because I done did cat raps and they like, man, Sterling lost his mind. He's rapping about cats now, bruh. He ain't even making rap songs. He making cat raps. Like, I gotta. It's funny when you had the cat app. You got the Hey, like, yo, Sterling.
Like, we can't even keep up with you, right?
When you pulled out your dog's outfit, it had it was like Adidas.
Yeah.
I got a song because it's called, what I do is called spay and neuter cats. So I had a song called Adidas. All day I dream about spaying. So, so I literally made a cat rap. Yeah, Adidas. All day I dream about spaying. I got a bunch of them. I got at least about 6-7 different cat raps. That's people be like, wow, this dude's serious. He's serious about it.
The world and God is amazing, man. Like, everybody. You just made me realize I'm refreshing and overtaken because sometimes people, because my demeanor and what I'm doing, people thinking like, oh, dude, he's a rapper or he's in entertainment or he's doing something like. Now I joke with him like, what are you doing? Like, I pick up dog poop. I was like, what? Yeah, I'm dealing with like literally. I didn't even realize how filthy I am when I sat down. Like, I'm like, I just literally just got to train about 10 dogs like every morning. But
man, this one don't leave me right here. I'm surprised I don't have a bunch of fur on my sweatshirt now because this one don't leave me. I just rescued her about
What's her name?
Ago. This is Alanis Musette.
Okay, that's a pretty.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to trap her and let her back outside, but she was like, "Nope, I'm with you. I'm staying." And she up under me like that all the time too. She been sitting here like the whole time we've been talking.
I hate that.
My neighbor has a cat that keeps coming up on her porch, and she's like feeding it and like has a little box for it so the cat can stay warm. But like, we need you over here because she's been trying to find someone to help her rescue it, I guess. Pretty much the same thing that you're doing.
Yeah, she need to get it fixed, because if anybody that's out there just randomly feeding cats and you not calling somebody like me to fix them, to get them fixed, to get them TNR, you just fueling the overpopulation. That's all you do. It's cool if you want to feed them. If you want to feed them, that's fine. If you want to, make them a little cat house, that's dope. That's good. But you need to get them fixed, because if not, that one cat that you got gonna turn into 6, and that 6 gonna turn into 18, and that 18 they gonna be moving you out in a minute.
Right.
So
and Billy gonna have a stroke because he be looking out the window like, what is that thing doing over there?
Right. And the dogs is like, oh my God, let me out here. I gotta go see about this.
Yeah, that's him.
So your neighbor, is good that she want to feed and stuff, but she definitely need to find a local TNR group or hit me up. As soon as I get the RV, I'm riding out. I'm somewhere everywhere. So.
All right, cool.
Man, you know what? It's true. I mean, I got all these business explosions in her mind. Rejoice, I love you so much. I know she'd be only like, this dude's giving me more and more homework assignments. But I want to help you raise this money, because I see a Trap King Wolfkeeper tour. We need to go out, because people need to hear this, man, because there's so much education. Because like you said, like growing up, people were doing all kind of mean things to cats. I mean, they were doing like putting rubber bands in their tails, making their tails fall off, throwing rocks at them. I mean, you see a hood cat would just be straight beat up, missing eyes, running, scared. You mean, like for real, turning them into true feral cats. But I mean, the kind of compassion that you could teach a young child through, it's kind of like I tell people too when I teach kids in the school systems, and they're like, I remember, I'll never forget this kid said, like, that's the first time I saw someone walk a dog. I mean, because he was just used to the dog being chained up in the backyard. Like, he had never saw someone, or this other kid, I remember saying one time, like, I picked up some dog poop. He's like, why are you picking that up? I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be like, what? You pick up dog shit? Because he's like, never saw anyone do that. You know what I mean? It's like, that's beyond them, because it's coming from a cultural, dogs are chained up in the backyard. Why would you walk your dog? Your dog is protecting the house. Why would you pick up dog shit? I mean, the dog shits in the backyard, and you might not even pick that up. Right. I mean, same thing with cats. I mean, the only reason to get a cat is to chase rats. Other than that, why would a brother from the hood be out there trapping cats to neuter and spay them, whatever that it means?
Yeah. Man,
just to bring back.
I got a children's book, a children's TNR book that tells a story about a young boy named Marvin that go out and get a stray cat and everything. It's called Trap King for a Day. And I've been to schools. Me and Mary went to a couple schools out in Minnesota to read this book and teach kids about compassion at an early age towards cats. And it was amazing, man, because a young boy even told me that he thought all cats were girls, all dogs were guys. This was his thought process on it. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy how uninformed. So when you say like a Wolfkeeper Trap King tour, man, it's needed, because it's needed to teach young kids and to see brothers like me and you that's compassionate towards animals like that. That can do this. It's not just something that we should do. We should be compassionate towards other animals, but we can make careers out of this. You could live this life, and it helps. It helps. A lot of brothers I know, they like, man, you're gonna go broke doing what you do. And I'm like, actually, it's a lot of stuff I can do. You'd be surprised how many things are coming about now that I've been doing this for a while. But the more we put it out there, the more we can have different demographics helping and doing this and engaging. And it's only gonna be more help for the animals.
Well, and just think of the energy. I love to say, my favorite phrase is, you get something free every day. You mean, you could say yay or you could say nay. I'm gifting you 30 podcasts that are already booked to co-host, because you're going to definitely ask questions and bring up content that I'm not going to, I mean, clearly I'm inquisitive. I know certain things, but you're going to add to the demeanor. Chanel Nail is going to jump and start waking up even earlier, right? To be ready, dressed and pressed, funky fresh, ripping.
Sorry,
Alana's going to be ready.
At 10:40 to be on Zoom. No, let's because I can totally see that, especially right now with all the social unrest, what's going on, you know, with our presidential election, one of the most historic elections in the history of man, right? Probably since the rise of Rome.
Right.
Like, there hasn't been another crucial election that either way it goes is going to be madness out in the street on November 3rd. You mean no one's going to be happy either direction. No one's going to be happy about the outcome.
Either way, it's going to be bad. Either way.
Right. I mean, you need some type of positivity in another direction. I've been saying this for a while. I say it in my book that the Wolf Nation, because there's 68 million dog owners in the United States of America. You combine that with close to 100 million cat owners. You mean that's 200 million strong. I mean, I'm thinking of it in those terms because its leadership has to come from some subgroup, and it might as well come from the Wolfkeeper and the Trap King versus the Proud Boys or whatever they're.
Right. Right.
Subgroup. It might as well come from us. Get it in.
That's one of the first things I did. I had a T-shirt campaign that I was running, and it on the shirt it said "Allies in Rescue, Allies in Life," and it had Black Lives Matter on it. So I ran that T-shirt campaign for a lot of people in cat rescue to buy a shirt and donate, and I donated 100% of those funds to police reform. So I think our audience, especially my audience, can learn a whole lot on that side of things, because, like I say, mostly who I deal with is mainly older white women. So,
and you're crossing barriers through cats, because especially for people that love cats, they know what it takes, what kind of person it is. Same thing with me with dogs. It's like it's part of why I'm doing this podcast. And I got 70 plus shows to show you how many people that I know, because we got connected through Mary Tan. I got connected to Mary Tan through Dana. Dana, I met through Corey, who told me how to go out and reach out to people where I would never met Dana. You know what I mean?
Right.
None of those people are black except you.
Right.
It took 4 white people to get to you.
When Mary showed me you, she was like, "I want you to do this show," and Mary hit me up and tell me she want me to do this, and it's always kind of the same. And then I saw you, and I was like, "Oh, well, check this out, Mary. This is a little different this time, huh? Check this out. You got me on here with a brother. Yeah, finally. Okay, all right." With in animal rescue, like, wow.
Right.
Yeah.
No, we both like this morning. I'm trying to get I'm always a sucker. I just on my Facebook page. I'm trying to get this pit bull rescue that I like took in. You know what I mean? Like, because it's when it's in your blood, it's in your blood, and through that you change the world. Through that, and that's nothing new. That goes back to Gandhi. Gandhi said our culture will be judged by the treatment of our animals. Because Gandhi rock around with a rat.
Right.
He was on some rat. He was on the rat game. You know what I mean? He's the rat game. Like, boom. Like, if I can treat this animal like this that no one likes,
right?
I'm going to treat you as a human, and that's what we have to like bring.
That's being the change. That's being the change for real, right there.
Yeah.
Being the change you wish to see. That's a beautiful thing there.
All right, man. So we locked and loaded tomorrow.
I'm on, bro. I'm on.
Yeah, man. Pound it up, man. All right,
so
you on? You got us?
I got you guys. Yep.
Come on.
For sure.
We in there.
Beautiful queen. Step it up. Come on.
We in there.
No, man. I see the tour, man, for real. I'm a visionary.
Hey, I'm down, man. My mind don't stop going. My mind don't stop going about different ways to make it happen. So for sure.
Yeah. Nah. We don't. Woo! All right. I'm Toriano Sanzoni, the Wolfkeeper, here with Sterling, the Trap King.
This is the first time we did a little overtime today, too, right? It was a good show.
I called that out. We were going to do the overtime. I already knew that. That's why Sterling was on that whole artist bullshit coming in here lately. I'm gonna get it in the fourth quarter. Don't even worry about it. I'm on my Mamba mentality.
Yeah, I'm gonna Kobe it up real quick.
They don't even know.
Better late than never.
For it. Be good for it. Hey, but tomorrow we're gonna be talking Community Cat Podcast with Stacy LeBaron. Then we're gonna be talking about Kitty Sif with Kerry Van Wert. We're gonna be talking to Daryl Michelson of Furniture, Kim Freeman, Lost Cat Finder, Paula Gregg with Cat Writers Association. We're gonna be talking to Mandy Dyer with Bitty Kitty Brigade. Rachel Paulette at Susie Cat Refuge. Veronica Coate at Asheville Cat Weirdos. Kitty Revolution.
Asheville Cat Weirdos. That's my peeps. Wow.
Yeah. Alana Graylick at Chicago Cat Marketing Specialist.
Man,
Mama Cat and Bear Cat Blogger. Lola the Rescue Cat. Shout out to Don White. Freelance cat writer with Sharon. It's gonna be going down.
So is it really like Cat Month for real? Or are you just doing this?
No, for real.
Oh, is it?
No, it's Cattober.
Oh.
You thought it was open?
It's crazy how many people you named that I actually know too. I mean, them cat people that you named that I'm like texting with, not just know, but I'm texting these people like Elena.
It was only fitting that you know fatter. Come on. It was only fitting.
That's the energy, bro. That's the energy.
Let's have some fun.
For sure.
And I just want to say this to need to be slick. Last night I was watching Jimmy Kimmel Live. No offense to Jimmy, and I was Jimmy Fallon and all that. Because everyone's doing this right here, right now.
Right.
And his show was dry. It was dry. I won't even lie. I'm watching it because this whole thing right here is a whole new art in itself. And now the fields are level. You know what I mean? You gotta level. You gotta level up and bring that energy because I'm interviewing you right here. I'm not looking to my side. You're right here. There's no studio. Either someone's watching this right now saying, "Dude, that was totally live," or like, "Dude, I didn't change the channel, and this is midday. This is like that Oprah slot. No, this not even that. That view spot. That Regis and Kelly spot.
Yeah. They got straight hand for this.
Right. Yeah. Right. We in his spot. We in his time zone. Coming from the spot, Michael Strahan. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's light it up, man. I'm super excited about this. Shout out to Mary for putting this entire beautiful thing together. Dana Humphrey is a beast and a half. Thank you for putting all this together. Rejoice.
For sure.
Man, the whole crew, Schnelly Nell, Tyrone Scott, the whole Wolfkeeper T, all the people on the back end that make the curtain go up every day. Love you all, my family, my mama, my sons. Peace and love. We're coming at you hard tomorrow. Cattober, Toriano Sanzoni, the Wolfkeeper, all the way live. Sterling, the Trap King, Schnelly Nell, the whole Wolfkeeper family. Peace and love. Holding it down. Peace.
Peace and love.